How would it feel to wake up tomorrow without financial worries, no debts to pay, no bosses to answer to, and money that doesn't run out before the end of the month? Imagine, for a moment, retiring young or helping your parents retire, enjoying life every day without being tied to numbers and balances. This, my friend, is true financial freedom. Now, picture the sensation of waking up every day knowing that you have full control over your financial life. There's no more stress from juggling bills or the constant fear of not being able to cover emergencies. Instead, you have a steady income stream, your bills are paid, and your money is consistently growing. Imagine having the freedom to choose to work out of passion, not necessity, to travel the world without worrying about tight budgets, or to spend more time on the things and people that truly matter. This vision isn't a distant dream or a fairy tale. It's an achievable reality for anyone willing to follow sound financial management principles. And I'm here to show you that this future is not only possible, but inevitable if you adopt the same principles that helped build Warren Buffett's immense fortune. Yes, the same Buffett, known as the Oracle of Omaha, whose investing and money management skills have made him one of the richest men in the world, with an impressive net worth of $116 billion. But what many people don't know is that Buffett's success didn't come from a stroke of luck or an innate talent for investment. He didn't earn his fortune through complex strategies or risky speculations on the stock market. Instead, Buffett built his wealth through a methodical and disciplined approach, following financial principles that he applies daily. Buffett's fortune is the result of a series of smart financial habits and choices he has made over the years. These principles are accessible to all of us and can be applied to achieve the same financial freedom he enjoys. In this video, we're going to reveal the 10 secret commandments that guided Warren Buffett on his journey to wealth and financial freedom. These principles are more than just rules. They are proven habits and strategies that can transform your financial life. But before we dive into the details, don't forget to give this video a big like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any content that can change your financial life for the better. Now, let's get started. 1. Spend wisely. The first fundamental principle is to spend wisely. Warren Buffett often emphasizes the importance of being prudent with your spending. Most people spend money they haven't yet earned and end up in debt. To understand the importance of this principle, think about how you evaluate your purchases. Buffett recommends measuring the value of a purchase in terms of hours worked. Let's simplify this with a practical example. Suppose you earn $4,000 per month after taxes. If you work about 160 hours per month, that means you earn approximately $25 per hour. Now imagine you want to buy a car that costs $40,000. If you divide the car's cost by your hourly wage, you'll see that it would take about 1,600 hours of work to pay for that car. That's a significant number of working hours. Before deciding whether it's worth spending that money, think about other priorities. The same principle can be applied to all your purchases. If you want to buy an item, such as a new smartphone or an appliance, calculate how many hours of work would be needed to cover that cost. This helps put things into perspective and prevents impulsive purchases. Additionally, Warren Buffett suggests creating a detailed budget. A budget helps you have a clear view of your income and expenses. Studies show that a large portion of people, especially millennials, do not budget and do not have adequate control over their spending. According to a 2018 US bank study, 55% of millennials don't use a budget or spending log. Without a budget, it's easy to lose control and spend more than you earn. Simple budget can be made using financial apps or even a notebook. Track all your expenses for a month and categorize them. For example, If you spend $200 on dining out and $100 on entertainment, record these amounts and see how they compare with your total budget. Set spending limits for each category based on your monthly income. This method not only helps keep your finances under control, but also allows you to identify areas where you can save and improve your personal finances. Buffett sums up this philosophy with a valuable quote: "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." This approach not only helps keep your finances in order, but also ensures that you have enough resources to invest and grow your wealth over time. Make your money work for you. Imagine you are planting a tree. If you simply leave the tree without care, it may grow, but its growth will be slow and uneven. However, if you dedicate time and effort to watering it, pruning it, and providing nutrients, the tree will grow strong and healthy, offering abundant fruits. The same concept applies to your money. If you simply leave your savings sitting in a bank account that doesn't earn interest, you're essentially leaving your financial tree uncared for. Over time, inflation, which is the general increase in the prices of goods and services, will cause the value of your money to decrease. Let's use a simple day-to-day example. Suppose you have a bank account with $10,000 and decide not to do anything with that money. If annual inflation is 3%, the purchasing power of that $10,000 will gradually decrease. In 1 year, what you can buy for $10,000 today might cost $10,300 next year, meaning that your money is not keeping up with the rising prices and therefore is losing value. In contrast, by investing that same amount in an S&P 500 index fund, as I mentioned earlier, your money has the potential to grow much faster. Instead of losing value, it works for you, increasing your wealth. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in history, advises making your money work for you by investing in assets that can grow over time. According to him, it's important to dedicate 15 to 30 minutes daily to your financial education. This may seem like a small amount of time, but these daily moments of learning and analysis can have a significant impact on your personal finances. By better understanding how to evaluate stocks and select investments, you are increasing your chances of financial success. To illustrate, think about how you would learn to cook a new dish. At first, it might be a bit challenging, but with practice and knowledge, you become more efficient and can prepare delicious meals. The same applies to investing. Starting out can be confusing, but with time and knowledge, you'll develop valuable skills that can result in great returns. A study conducted by the University of Cambridge in 2017 revealed that even basic financial knowledge can lead to an average increase of 15% in savings. This means that investing a little of your time to understand financial concepts can result in significant growth in your wealth. Therefore, the return on investment in your own financial education is immense. To get started, you don't need an advanced degree in finance. The most important thing is to gain a basic understanding of financial concepts and how they apply to investments. Open a low-cost online brokerage account on platforms like Charles Schwab or Fidelity. These accounts allow you to buy and sell stocks and other investments without high fees. With just $100 per month, you can start investing in a diversified fund like the BTI or FCT ROX, which spreads your money across various stocks and sectors, reducing the risk of significant losses. Let's use an analogy. Think of a diversified fund as a basket of fruits. Instead of putting all your fruits or investments in a single type, you mix different types so that if one fruit or stock isn't doing well, the others can still provide flavor and value. Similarly, by diversifying your investments, you reduce risk and increase the likelihood of having a positive return. As your financial situation improves and your savings grow, you should consider increasing your monthly contribution. This is similar to adding more water and nutrients to your financial tree as it grows, ensuring that it continues to develop healthily and produce more fruit. Remember, investing is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. As you become more comfortable and confident with your investments, keep learning and adjusting your strategies. Over time, you'll see your money grow and work for you, providing not only financial security, but also the freedom to pursue new opportunities and achieve your dreams. Change your environment. Imagine you're trying to solve a complicated puzzle. If you always try to assemble it in the same place, with the same lighting and the same environment around you, you might start to feel stuck, unable to make progress. Now, imagine that you move the puzzle to a different table, in a room with different lighting, or even in a busy cafe. This simple adjustment of environment can bring a new perspective and help you find the missing piece. Warren Buffett is known for his unique approach to investing. Instead of spending all day in a formal office, he often chooses more relaxed environments, like a McDonald's, to analyze his investments. The reason for this is that a different environment can stimulate creative thinking and problem solving. When you step away from your usual routine and familiar space, your mind can begin to make new and unexpected connections. To illustrate this, let's consider the story of Albert Einstein. In 1905, when Einstein formulated his famous theory of relativity, he wasn't in a sophisticated lab, but in a patent office in Switzerland. His work environment was relatively ordinary, yet it was in this seemingly simple space that he made some of the most revolutionary discoveries in physics. This example shows how changing your environment can unlock creativity and allow you to think outside the traditional patterns. Another example can be found in the practice of many writers and content creators. Many well-known writers prefer to write in different locations, such as cafes, libraries, or even parks, to stimulate their creativity. They find that a new environment can inspire new ideas and creative solutions. Similarly, changing your environment can help you discover new approaches to financial problems or investment decisions. Let's think of a more practical scenario. Imagine you're facing a complex financial problem, like deciding between different investment options. Instead of trying to solve it while sitting in front of your computer, why not try solving the problem in a quiet cafe while enjoying a cup of coffee? Or perhaps take a walk in the park while reflecting on your options. These different environments can help clear your mind and bring new ideas for solving the problem. Moreover, changing your environment can have emotional and psychological benefits. Often, when we find ourselves in a familiar and comfortable space, our thoughts can become repetitive and limited. A new environment can offer renewed stimulation and help break the cycle of habitual thinking, leading to more innovative insights. For example, if you usually work in a home office, try working in a local library or even a co-working space for a day. The change of scenery can offer new perspectives and energy that help you solve problems more effectively. Likewise, if you are studying the financial market and its trends, reading in a different location or attending events and conferences in new places can open doors to new ideas and strategies. The next time you face a financial challenge or an important decision, consider the possibility of changing your environment. This simple adjustment could be the catalyst for creative solutions and new ways to approach the situation. Try solving problems while enjoying a walk. Having coffee in a new location or even while traveling. These small changes can have a big impact on your ability to think innovatively and find effective solutions. Avoid the pitfalls of credit cards. Imagine that you're trying to climb a hill, but each step you take is weighed down by a heavy anchor. That anchor represents credit card debt. Many people around the world, especially in the United States, find themselves in this situation, trying to move forward financially, but being pulled down by the weight of high credit card interest rates. According to alarming statistics, About 78% of American workers live paycheck to paycheck, and one of the main causes of this cycle of financial struggles is the imprudent use of credit cards. Credit cards may seem like a convenient tool. They allow you to make purchases now and pay later, but this convenience comes at a high cost. The average credit card interest rate hovers around 16%, which means that if you don't pay off your balance in full each month, interest starts to accumulate rapidly. For example, if you owe $5,000 on a credit card and decide to pay only the minimum required each month, you could end up paying $7,200 after 5 years, just in interest. That's an increase of 44% over the original amount. A real financial trap that can become difficult to escape. Let's bring this into a practical example. Suppose you buy a new smartphone for $5,000 using your credit card. If you're unable to pay the full balance the following month, what seems like a simple purchase can turn into a significant expense over time. What started as a $5,000 phone could end up costing much more due to accumulated interest, undermining your ability to save and invest in other areas of your life. Warren Buffett, known for his financial wisdom, has a clear and direct approach to credit cards. Use them as a method of payment, not as a method of financing. This means you should pay the balance in full each month to avoid accumulating interest if you can. Buffett recommends a drastic but effective measure. Cut up all but one credit card and destroy the others if necessary to avoid the temptation to spend beyond what you can pay. Buffett warns to use credit with extreme caution. He believes that if possible, we should avoid using credit to finance everyday purchases. The logic behind this is simple. When you rely on credit to pay for daily expenses, you are, in fact, living beyond your means and building debt that can grow exponentially. To illustrate this better, imagine you're on a Ferris wheel that never stops spinning. Each time you use your credit card without paying the full balance, you're taking another turn on the wheel, going up and down without ever getting off. Eventually, the wheel spins so fast that you can no longer keep up, and the debts start spiraling out of control. To break out of this cycle, Buffett suggests that you start by calculating your total credit card debt. Then, use an online calculator to figure out how much you're paying annually just in interest. Many people are surprised to see the real impact of interest on their finances. This exercise can be a powerful motivator for you to take immediate steps to pay off these debts. Imagine the financial freedom you can achieve by getting rid of credit card debt. Instead of paying interest, you can direct that money towards savings, investments, or even fulfilling dreams that have been postponed due to debt. Think about the vacation you've always wanted to take, the course you'd like to attend, or even the financial security of having an emergency fund. All of this becomes more feasible when you free yourself from the burden of credit card debt. Credit cards, when used responsibly, can be a useful tool. However, if not controlled, they can quickly become a dangerous financial trap. Following Warren Buffett's advice, use credit cards with caution, pay the balance in full each month, and if necessary, take drastic measures to avoid the temptation of spending beyond what you can afford. Remember that by avoiding the pitfalls of credit cards, you are taking a significant step towards financial freedom and building a more prosperous and secure life. Postpone the purchase of new technology. Imagine you're in an electronics store surrounded by the latest technological innovations, smartphones, laptops, tablets, and a myriad of gadgets that promise to revolutionize your life. The ads are tempting, the devices shine with their vibrant screens, and the marketing makes it seem like you need this new technology to stay updated and happy. However, this pressure to constantly consume is a trap that can seriously compromise your financial freedom. An interesting fact that many people are unaware of is that 80% of people replace their smartphones even when the previous one still works perfectly. This behavior reflects a negative aspect of modern capitalism, the culture of disposable products. Companies frequently release new models with small improvements, encouraging consumers to believe they need the latest to be satisfied. But does this really make sense? Warren Buffett, despite being one of the richest men in the world, is known for his simplicity and financial prudence. While many of us rush to buy the latest smartphone model as soon as it's released, Buffett uses a phone that is over 10 years old. For him, the functionality of the device still meets his needs, and there is no reason to spend money on something new when the old one still does the job perfectly. This is a valuable lesson on how we should think about our consumption decisions. To illustrate this in our daily lives, think about the last time you saw an ad for the new iPhone or a state-of-the-art laptop. Perhaps you felt a twinge of desire, imagining how cool it would be to have that shiny gadget in your hands. But before you rush to make the purchase, ask yourself, do I really need this, or am I just giving in to marketing pressure? Often, the desire to own the latest and flashiest is fueled by the idea of social status or the perception that new products are inherently better, when in fact, the improvements may be minimal. Buffett once said, "The cheapest technology is almost always the best, unless there is a specific reason to buy the newest and flashiest." This means that the real value of a product is not necessarily in its novelty, but in its usefulness and ability to meet your basic needs. If your current smartphone still takes photos, makes calls, accesses the internet, and runs the apps you use, why replace it? Instead, the money you would save by postponing this purchase can be directed towards investments, savings, or even an experience that brings more personal satisfaction, like a trip or a course you want to take. Let's consider a common example. You have a smartphone that you bought 2 years ago. It still works well, but a new model has just been released. The marketing around this new model is aggressive, making you feel like you're falling behind if you don't buy it. However, if you resist the temptation and postpone the purchase for a year, you'll find that the urgent need to change phones will likely disappear. Additionally, the price of the new model will probably drop, or an even better model will be released, making the purchase even more financially sensible. Postponing the purchase of new technology is not just about saving money, but about resisting the consumer mentality that often leads us to spend more than necessary. When you practice postponing, you give yourself time to evaluate whether the purchase is really necessary or just a response to a temporary desire. This not only protects your wallet, but also helps you stay focused on larger financial goals, like saving for a comfortable retirement or investing in something that will truly bring a return in the future. If you are truly committed to your financial freedom, learn to delay immediate gratification in favor of more rational and well-thought-out choices. The next time you feel tempted to buy the latest gadget or device, wait a year. By then, the excitement of the novelty will have passed, and you'll have more clarity to make a pragmatic decision aligned with your financial goals. If this advice made sense to you, and if you want to continue receiving valuable tips on how to improve your financial health, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can build a stronger and more independent financial life without being seduced by the constant allure of consumerism. Avoid eating out frequently. Imagine a typical scenario. It's Friday night, you've had a busy week, and all you want to do is relax. The easiest solution seems to be ordering food or dining out at a nice restaurant. This habit may seem harmless, but when repeated several times a month, it can become a significant drain on your finances. In fact, studies show that American millennials spend more money eating out than any other age group. A 2018 study revealed that 46% of millennials spend more on restaurants and food delivery than on their retirement savings. This behavior is concerning because, while it may seem like a momentary indulgence, it can have long-term financial consequences. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world, rarely eats at restaurants despite his enormous wealth. When he does, he doesn't hesitate to use discount coupons. To many, this practice might seem extreme, especially coming from a billionaire. But the logic behind this behavior is simple. He understands the value of every penny and how money spent today can significantly impact his future wealth. Buffett has a clear vision of how small savings can turn into large sums over time. Think about it. Every dollar you spend on a meal out is a dollar you're not saving or investing. If you consider that by consistently investing, money has the potential to grow over time. Thanks to compound interest, the small daily decisions, like eating out, take on a new perspective. Let's use a simple example to illustrate this. If you spend $100 per month eating out and decide to cut this expense in half, investing the $50 saved in an investment fund with an average annual return of 8%, in 30 years, that money could grow to over $60,000. Imagine what you could do with that amount in your retirement. Buffett's quote, "I've seen many rich men go broke," serves as a powerful reminder that even those who accumulate great wealth can lose it if they don't manage their finances wisely. He also emphasizes that every dollar you save and invest today can multiply significantly over the years. This long-term mindset is crucial for anyone who wants to achieve financial freedom. Let's consider an everyday example. You're out with friends and decide to dine at a restaurant. The final bill, including tip and taxes, comes to $20 per person. Now, imagine you do this 4 times a month. At the end of the month, you've spent $80 just on dining out. If instead you decide to cook at home and reduce these outings to twice a month, you'll save $40. This amount, invested regularly, can make a substantial difference in your financial future. Besides the financial impact, cooking at home offers other benefits. You have full control over the ingredients and nutritional value of your meals, which can lead to healthier food choices. Additionally, cooking can be a fun and relaxing activity that you can share with friends or family, turning what could be a simple meal into a meaningful social experience. Buffett emphasizes that eating out should be seen as an occasional luxury, not a routine. This approach doesn't mean you should completely cut out restaurant visits, but rather that you should treat them as an occasional indulgence, something to be enjoyed on special occasions, not as a regular way of eating. If you currently spend $100 or more per month eating out, try cutting that amount in half. Take the difference and invest it in your retirement or another long-term financial goal. This small change may seem insignificant at first, but over the decades, you'll find yourself grateful for having made such a prudent decision. After all, the key to financial freedom lies in small daily choices that, when added up, result in great rewards. Remember that simplicity and discipline in the small things in life can lead to considerable wealth and financial security in the future. If this advice resonated with you, and if you want to keep learning practical ways to improve your financial health, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can build a stronger and more prosperous financial future. 7. Don't buy new cars. New cars lose 20% of their value as soon as they leave the dealership and, on average, lose 60% in 5 years. They are extremely depreciable assets. On the other hand, Warren Buffett still drives his 2009 Cadillac, according to reports, and before that, he used the same car for almost 20 years until it became irreparable. He recommends buying certified used cars, 2 to 3 years old, and keeping them for 8 years or more. Think of it this way. If you spend $40,000 on a new premium car in 6 years, it will have lost about $25,000 in resale value. But if you buy a nearly new model for $20,000, in that time, you will have only lost about $8,000. As Warren puts it, new cars are a terrible investment. Buy used ones and keep them for as long as possible. For your next car, buy a model that is 2 to 4 years old with less than 25,000 miles. include an extended warranty if needed to ensure your peace of mind. Avoid gambling as the odds always favor the house. In casino games, such as 49% in blackjack, 47% in roulette, and 68% in slot machines, the player has a slim chance of winning consistently. Moreover, gambling activates the same pleasure centers in the brain as drugs, making it highly addictive. According to multiple studies, a 2020 Stanford University research revealed that between 2% and 5% of the population suffers from gambling addiction, which ruins financial lives and families. It's a mental trap that few can escape. Instead, Warren Buffett recommends investing your money where you can positively control the odds in the long term, in businesses, stocks, and real estate. As he says, if an investment seems too good to be true, it probably is. Act now. Block online gambling sites and casinos on your devices. Cancel any subscriptions to magazines or newsletters about horse race predictions, and look for more productive hobbies. Quit smoking. Smoking a pack a day costs around $300 per month or $3,600 per year. According to recent statistics from the American Cancer Society, this averages out to about $3,600 per year. Literally, you're burning money. Additionally, tobacco reduces your life expectancy by up to 10 years. According to various studies, you are sacrificing your health for nothing. There is no rational argument to justify smoking. While quitting smoking is difficult, there are proven options like nicotine patches, nicotine gum, medications such as varenicline, cognitive therapy, and support groups. According to a 2022 study from Johns Hopkins University, the chances of quitting smoking successfully double when using a combination of these methods. So, don't give up. Keep trying until you succeed. Use an app or a journal to track how much money you've saved each month since you quit smoking. Use this to reward yourself with a special treat. Adopt a long-term mindset. The key to financial success is thinking in decades, not months. Most people want instant gratification today at the expense of tomorrow, eating the seed corn, as Buffett would say. But he always looks at a 5 to 10-year horizon when making investment decisions at Berkshire Hathaway, because some smart moves require patience and a long-term vision before they pay off. As someone once said, those sitting in the shade today are only there because someone made a tough decision yesterday. When we promise steady returns to shareholders, we have a duty to ignore short-term criticism. You need to cultivate this mindset as well. Set your financial goals for 5 to 10 years, and then create a detailed plan to achieve them through consistent decisions over years, not months. The path will not be linear, but if you persist in your positive habits, great wealth awaits you at the end. Just remember that time is your most powerful ally in personal finance. Use it wisely. Set an ambitious financial goal for the next 10 years, such as retiring early or buying a beach house. Break that plan down into specific annual and quarterly goals to maintain steady progress while building wealth. As you can see, you don't need sophisticated financial knowledge to implement the habits Warren Buffett uses and achieve financial freedom. It only requires willpower, patience, and making small, focused, daily decisions that enhance your long-term future. Discipline beats natural talent. You just need to be consistent in cultivating positive financial habits through simple but powerful actions performed daily. Over time, these seeds will grow into a lush forest of prosperity. But it all starts with the first step. If you haven't started improving your finances yet, don't wait for the perfect moment to act. The time is now. Small adjustments in your daily habits can dramatically propel you toward your financial goals in a few years. Just start and maintain steady progress. Join the millions of ordinary people who have transformed their lives by adopting these habits, just as Warren Buffett has practiced them fervently since adolescence. Because in the end, your destiny is not determined by short-term circumstances, but by the sum of your repeated actions day after day, producing compounded results. And remember, above all, don't fear the apparent adversity of the financial world. Keep focused on the basics, persevere with patience, and marvel at how your personal wealth grows exponentially over time. You can do it. Start now. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Share the link with your friends and loved ones. We'd love to read your comments. Thank you and see you next time.